I could give you $500,000. Being fat is hard. Fuck, why did I invest into that project? What am I doing wrong? Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video we're gonna talk about capital and investing. I've been reading a lot of your guys' comments, and what I have realized is a lot of you guys want to know how much money do I need, what kind of investment do I need, what do I need to do first in order to actually start flipping cars, and how does the whole business even work, how to lowball people, how to highball people, every single part of the business basically. Do you really need that much capital? The short answer is no, because you don't need a lot of money to start this business. I could give you $500,000 and you will still not be doing it correctly. You have to start with low budget cars, let's say Kia Ceed, Volkswagen Polos, cars that are like 5k to 10k, or maybe even cheaper cars, in order for you to actually understand how the whole business works. Like I said, if I were to give you $500,000 and you would start, you wouldn't even know what to buy, you wouldn't even know how to negotiate the prices, you would not know anything. And that's why it's the best to start with one car, because let's say if you're living in an apartment building, you have at least one parking in front of that apartment building for one car you're selling. So with the first car, what you always do is you buy the car, you register it, and you actually drive the car. And the second thing is, if you have it registered, nobody is gonna bother you why you have a car with no plates on it. A lot of you guys are scared to start in this business, and I see all of you guys as even comments being scared of starting, being scared of investing. But let's be honest, don't be, because the biggest thing that you can lose is a couple of $100 at its worst. What you won't be losing is actual knowledge and actual value that you get through the whole experience. So let's say you start and you buy a car that you see on Facebook Marketplace. You buy the car hella cheap. You see that you can earn on that car, let's say 600 euros. While driving the car, you see that something is wrong with the car, and you end up investing 600 euros into that car. So the worst thing that happened to you is you actually didn't earn anything. But what you did earn with that is actual knowledge, because now you know that that type of car has some mistakes. Working with old cars has its own risk. So then you learn about the risk. Each and every single flip you make regarding any business, it could be cars, it could be real estate, it could be selling clothes, perfumes, whatever it is. Every single flip that you're gonna do, you're gonna learn stuff that you did not know before. You can even look at me. I've been working with cars for a couple of years now. Every day I learn something new. Is it about a car or about some kind of apartment, some kind of new laws that the state inputted? Because let's be honest, I live in Europe. Europe is with taxes and stuff like that, and rules and emission standards and stuff like that. So even I that know mostly everything about this car business venture, even I learn about it every day. It's a learning thing, and you have to risk a bit, and if you don't risk, you're always gonna have a hard life. I even read something the other day and it was amazing. So being poor is hard, being rich is hard. You have to choose your heart. Being fat is hard, being fit is hard. Choose your own heart. And each day I wake up and I choose to be rich, I choose to be fit, I choose every single part of the way. So you gotta start the same thing, man. Basically, I always reinvest all of my money. The feeling of not reinvesting it is kind of lame, and I don't like having money piled up somewhere and losing its value. So I always reinvest all of my money. That's why I always feel like I'm broke. I always have like around 1 or 2k in my pocket. And the feeling kind of sucks, because you really always do feel broke, but the end result is always amazing. To be honest, it's kind of frightening always investing all of your money into different projects. There's always something that can go wrong. There always is a new opportunity to invest in something new, and sometimes you might be like, why did I invest into that project? I could have done it into this project. If you think about it, at the end of the day, just look at what you're doing. As you can see, right here I'm doing 2 apartments. In Bled, I'm doing a new house. Right here, where I live, I bought a parking lot for my cars and an office. So when you look at all of those things that you accomplished, at the end, it really doesn't matter where you invested. The only thing that matters is that you're actually doing something and moving into the new project. Anyone can start with flipping cars and being in the car business, because even if you don't have any experience at all, you're gonna get the experience. It's maybe gonna be an easy way for you, or maybe even a hard way for you. It doesn't matter, because you're gonna get the experience sooner or later. When you get through the initial steps, it's gonna become pretty simple for you. And before you start, just implement what I always talk about. So I always talk about learning what sells and what doesn't sell. So go through the whole countries or the whole city, go through what sells the most, what sells the least, and just work with those cars. If you do that, the mistakes are gonna be minimal and the output and the money earned is gonna be maximal. So you should definitely do this and follow all of the advices we share in order for you to actually avoid making the mistakes and make as much money as possible. The biggest mindset shift for me was working a job I didn't like, living a life that I did not like. What I was doing before selling cars was going to school. After that, I would work a job that I didn't like, working with spare parts. And after that, I would just go to the gym, and that would be the whole day. So it would be boring, nothing was happening, money was low. I was making like 1K a month, something like that. And it was just not enough for me, because ever since I was a kid, I always envisioned something more for myself, like I was destined for something more. If you're like that, really try to implement what I'm talking about right now, because the biggest thing for me was I would always look at people driving Ferraris or a 7 or a 6, I don't know, BMW M5s. I would always look at them, I would be like, why is he driving that car and let's say my dad isn't? He having that life and I'm not. What am I doing wrong? So I would never look at it like, oh man, that guy, you know, having that car and I don't have it. Like, I would never be jealous. I would always like look at him and I would envision myself into that life, and then I would ask myself, what am I doing wrong? That's why the biggest mindset shift for me was seeing other people living the life that I want to live. When that started, I would just start saving money, stacking up money, and then I just started with the car thing. And I think it was one of the best decisions in my life. I have never been as wealthy as I am right now if it wasn't for this kind of business. Even the biggest connections that I have in life are just because of this business. When you actually start the whole car flipping business, you don't actually know where it's gonna go. You could be selling 1, 2, 3 cars maybe, then it can suddenly stop if you don't start investing more time in it, if it's always like as a side hustle. When it comes to the point that you sell the cars fast and people actually want to buy cars just from you because they see that you're a person that they could trust with that kind of choice, then it actually turns into an actual business. And I would say that turning it into a business can be really fast. You don't even need a lot, you don't even need some special equipment or stuff like that. All you need is just the selling part. So you should be selling around 5, 6, 7 cars a month, and then you can actually call it a business. Without that, it's, I would say, a hobby or a side hustle. How you can actually say, like with the check mark that it's a business, it's the actual minute that you have an office, proper parking lot, proper desk, proper equipment. You can turn it into a business like in a few weeks. You just need to buy the right cars and sell them fast. When I started, it took like 6-7 months to actually turn it into a business, but to turn it into an actual car dealership is like right now. So basically 2.5-3 years, something like that. This is like the point that I'm starting to turn it into an actual dealership. So buying the parking lot for 95K without VAT, buying this office, making the office look okay. It's not okay yet. Before I started selling cars, I didn't know what I was going into. The business is more complicated than it looks, because every single person that sees a guy selling cars like, that job is amazing. He gets to drive all of these expensive cars. He just buys a car, sells it, takes a profit, easy money. But it's not that simple. You have a lot of paperwork, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of car shopping that also takes really a lot of time, sometimes even 6-7 hours a day, to be honest. I made a lot of mistakes starting this business. I bought cars that I shouldn't bought, did services that I shouldn't be doing. I told a lot of secrets to clients that I shouldn't be telling them, but the part of the whole learning thing that before starting. What's the thing that you should be avoiding is probably not buying cars that you like. Always buy cars that clients like. Always buy cars that sell the most in your country. So that's the mistake I made, because for example, I prefer Audis the most. Even now, if you look at my lot, there's more Audis than other brands. It's not because I like them more anymore, but it's because they're selling more right now. But when I started, I would just buy Audis. Then I saw like, oh, okay, maybe it's enough Audis that that I sold. Then I started Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, and cars like this. And to be honest, the thing that I'm noticing right now is there's a whole new shift coming. A lot of new Chinese cars, a lot of new cheaper cars that are penetrating into the German market. Right now is the time to get a bit more careful with buying German cars and maybe even expanding the vision to maybe some EVs and some Chinese automakers, so you don't over invest into the wrong style of market. Let's say I'm broke and somebody gives me 10k. What I would do with 10k in this business is I would take my time. So what a lot of people do is they get someone, a partner, and they have a capital of like 10, 20k, and the biggest mistake they do is they rush. They buy a car as fast as possible. The thing that I would do is take my time. I would probably even take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I would research the market, research the cars, and refresh all of the sites every 15 minutes to find the best deal possible. I would call each deal that I find interesting. I would call and negotiate the price as low as possible. Most of the time the people would be just like, fuck off. 1 in 20 guys will say, yeah, come pick up the car. That's the jackpot. You have 10k, you buy a car that's worth 12k for 8k. Bam, jackpot. So what to do then? You go, you buy the car, you register it because it's the easiest way when you start, and you drive the car, clean the car, make the pictures, make everything look as professional as you can. And after that you get to the selling part. So if you manage to sell the car for 12k, then you won the jackpot, because you made 4k profit, or let's say 3.5 after the washing and registration expenses. And then you have 13.5k, and from that you just repeat. The main thing is don't rush the process. I see so many guys getting like 20-30k investment from other people and just buying cars that are not good, or cheap cars that just break every 5 minutes, and they end up losing money with the whole thing because they buy shitty cars that are not selling. He can't even do anything with them. So really do it carefully. Try to start with your own money. If you end up losing money, it's your money and nobody will try to look for you and do anything to you. Always try to use your own money. Avoid taking money from other people unless it's a bank, because the bank will not do anything to you. And yeah, that's how you should start. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, where we share a lot of day-to-day tasks and stuff that happens with cars. Please make sure to also comment below if there's a topic you're maybe interested in, like let's say importing the car and stuff like that. So please comment below, and like I said before, thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to subscribe.